You must be called that. I'm called Cal, but I won't explain why. None of the prototypes are flattering. Calvin, Caligula, Caliban, Calvin Coolidge. I'm glad you wrote me, because it gives me an excuse to tell you how much I liked your New Yorker fish poem. Perhaps it's your best. Anyway, I felt very envious reading it. I might question a little the word breast in the last 4 or 5 lines. A little too much in its context, perhaps. But I'm probably wrong. P.S. I'd like to have you record your poems when you come here. I hope you'll really come this fall, and we can go to the galleries and see the artists. Yours, Cal.
Dear Cal, I think I'd rather see the otters than make recordings. But I'm quite sure I'll be there for a day or two, and I'd like to see you, recordings or no. P.S. I'll have a canary with me.
Robert Lowell and Elizabeth Bishop see each other in person. Elizabeth Bishop carries a canary. She puts the canary down. She shakes Robert Lowell's hand. She is nervous. It is strangely intimate, reading a poem aloud for one other person. Robert puts on headphones and records her speaking this poem into a microphone.
I caught a tremendous fish and held him beside the boat, half out of water, with my hook fast in a corner of his mouth. He didn't fight. He hadn't fought at all. I stared and stared, and victory filled up the little rented boat from the pool of bilge where oil had spread a rainbow around the rusted engine, to the bailer rusted orange, the sun-cracked thwarts, the oarlocks on their strings, the gunnels, until everything was rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. And I let the fish go.
A moment. They part.
Dear Elizabeth, I've at last heard the records, and some of them couldn't be better. Fish and fish houses are wonderful. Since your visit, several weird people have shown up here. Major Dyer, who takes Ezra Pound ice cream, was a colleague of Patton's and teaches Margaret Truman fencing. And Mrs. Lowell Conger, a mystic and a relative who... But the language fails me. And anyway, she's gone back to California. Affectionately, Cal.
Dear Cal, it's been very pleasant at Hemingway's house, but I really couldn't get to work at all, of course, and I'm just beginning. The swimming pool is wonderful. It lights up at night. I find that each underwater bulb is 5 times the voltage of the one bulb in the lighthouse across the street, so the pool must be visible to Mars. It is wonderful to swim around in a sort of green fire. One's friends look like luminous frogs. I received a very obscene letter in verse from Dylan Thomas. A streetcar named Desire is referred to as a truck called Fuck. I still think it would be nice if you could visit Key West sometime. Maybe Christmas, if turtle soup can attract you. Affectionately yours, Elizabeth.
Dear Elizabeth, I tried swimming, was nearly drowned and murdered by children with foot flippers and helmets, and a ferocious mother doing the crawl. Then came down with a cold. Had a fine weekend with William Carlos Williams. He took me to see his old Spanish mother, 91, and was like a Dickens character, patting her hands and making her laugh, saying, "Mama, would you rather look at us or 20 beautiful blondes?" I heard Anis Nin read. Pretty thin stuff, though not unattractive personally. Key West tempts me.
Happy New Year. I'm sorry not to have written before. I've been sick most of the last month. Asthma. It doesn't completely incapacitate one, but it is a nuisance. I'm feeling much better. Maybe the drugs, maybe 2 new hats, or maybe just getting away from my friends who are so full of solicitude.
I'm so sorry to hear about your asthma. How I thank God that my imaginary asthma was cured by a chiropractor. Here's my poem. In time, I hope to cheer you.
I've read your poem. I like it more than I can say. In fact, I can shed tears over it very easily, and I hardly ever do that, except over trash frequently.